This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. We are live at Casa Humilde, our home away from home, 7700 Madison in Forest Park. And it is the quiet before the storm. People are filing in. The bar is getting pretty packed right now. Tables will be packed soon as they all have reserved signs. And again, we are definitely in charge here. But again, I want to give a shout out to Casa Humilde. Let's give them a good cheers, for this wonderful beer. Thank you, Casa Humilde.
All the ladies.
Oh yeah, Jose and all the ladies here taking care of us.
Yeah. Get you some.
Get the piñata. It's delicious. It's our favorite beer here. But it is the Chicago Bears versus the San Francisco 49ers pregame show. And we're going to break down everything that you need to know for this game. It's going to be fast and furious. We talked about this off air where we think it's going to be a shootout. But we were wrong before.
I mean, it could definitely be. I could see it's going two ways.
Yeah.
It could go the way of a barn burner. It could go the way of a shootout. Or it could go the way of just, a tight game until the end and then somebody separates themselves. But regardless of that, this is a huge game for the Chicago Bears. You still have the number one seed overall available to you. You need some things to go right, but the only thing you need to worry about is yourself. Control your destiny. Don't worry about anything else that happens out there. If, going into San Francisco, this is one of the toughest games I feel like the Bears could have asked for here late in the season. And looking at the history of the Bears, and I mentioned this on the Bear Down with Big Steve on Monday, if the Bears beat the 49ers, go back and look at some of the good Bear runs of the past 30-something plus years, right? Post-Super Bowl.
Right.
The Bears beat the 49ers during those seasons. It's an uncanny type of a stat, but it is what it is. It's the streak that they're on. When the Bears beat the Niners, good things happen. So for me today, is just focus on you. Don't focus on the rest of the league. Don't focus on what Seattle has to do or what. Don't focus on any of that. Beat the Niners, and then we move forward and focus on what's ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough climb because they just put like 48 points on Monday. They're in their last game, so they can't put up points. But it's going to be our job to hold them down and to run the ball. We've been saying this every single week.
Every week.
Run the ball. That gives you time of possession. That's something that we did lose last week against the Packers. We did not have time of possession, or we didn't outgain them as well. So, in my opinion, you have to run the ball so that Caleb can get that play action going, get him out of the pocket where he's comfortable.
Controlling the clock is the most important thing for me. You have an offense in San Francisco that's starting to, really heat up, right? You got to keep them off the football field. Now you have a defense in San Francisco that will give you some points. They'll give you some yardage. They'll give up some big plays. So for me, it's all about the offense getting off to a hot start. You can't have this slow
0-0 in the first half.
Right. You have to be putting up points. You can't settle for 3. You got to be putting up 6, 7 points. In order to start fast, you got to have this running game clicking. And I think that's where, obviously we've been banging this drum all season. That's where it starts. You start with the running game and you work off of that. I feel like today there might be a little bit of an adjustment where they come out passing. They come out hot. They want to start hot.
Right.
But again, if you really want to control this clock, you want to control the game, it starts with your running game and keeping that offense of San Francisco off the field.
Yeah, I would love for both running backs to have 60 to 75 yards apiece at minimum. That gives you 150 running for the game.
Yeah, 150, 175 for the team would be nice.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice. I don't want Caleb running. I mean, when he has to, great, but not all the time. Let's go over the injury report for the Chicago Bears. It looks like Nick McLeod, the back, is out. Odunze Obley still out with the foot. You got a lot of questions. Blackwell, Wright, Edwards, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, D.J. Moore, Luke Newman, Darnell Wright, OZ, all questionable. I know Darnell Wright didn't travel with the team. He's got like a flu illness.
Yeah,
It's been going around in the locker room.
Yeah, there's a flu or some type of sickness going on. So there's a couple guys dealing with it. But the biggest blow is Darnell Wright not traveling with the team. So you lose, a potential All-Pro right tackle. It sucks, but you have a guy, and I believe it's going to be Theo.
It is going to be Theo.
It's going to be Theo Benedict. I think you have a guy in Theo Benedict that can do a solid job in replacement of Darnell Wright. So let's see what happens. I don't think it's definitely a blow, but I don't think it's something that can tip the scales of the game.
No, they don't have Myles Garrett. They don't have the game wrecker on the other side.
They have Bosa. They have a decent defense, right? It can cause trouble, but like I said, they give up a lot of big plays. So for me, I would just say control that line of scrimmage, control their defensive line, and then when you have the opportunities, hit that play action, hit a bootleg, roll out Caleb, do what you got to do. But for me, it's control that line of scrimmage, run the ball down their throat, and keep that clock moving all throughout the game. Like it's important because Kyle Shanahan can draw up plays in a hurry. He could get things going in a hurry, and then if you find yourself down in this game, once again you're in dire straits, and you have to ask things of players that might not.
Be able to do that for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and again, you talk about the coaches. You got two offensive-minded coaches. And in my opinion, you look at what Ben Johnson did last game. We got a little too cute in a couple plays.
Yeah.
It's simple. 4th and 1, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
Yeah, well, you know it. It's hammer time. Like when you get down to it, it's a tendency of his. You have 3rd and short, you have 4th and short. Ben Johnson wants to go to a trick play or a play that is extended, right? Where you have to have Caleb make multiple decisions. I just feel like there's certain times in the game where you just need to be a fucking bully.
You've got two big tight ends.
Kids in here, but you need to be a fucking bully, man. You can't allow a team to gain momentum after you allowed it. You gave it to them. That Packer game, that momentum in the stadium was deflated because of what Ben Johnson did on that 4th and 1. So again, as great as he's been, he's not without criticism, and you have to be more bullyish on these short yardage games, man. You have to.
You definitely. Looking on the San Francisco side, as far as the George Kittle has been ruled out. I just got the notification come across my screen over here. He is ruled out. They also have Ricky Parcell as questionable, and Curtis Rourke, their backup quarterback, is out. So and Ronaldo Green, another cornerback. So a quarterback and a cornerback are out for them. McCaffrey is going to play. They just rested him all week. And that's going to be my main concern. Can you slow down Christian McCaffrey?
Well, put some hits on him. Like you've seen him be somewhat fragile, right? Hit the man. Like that's pretty much what you have to do is hit the man. Make sure he feels every single touch he gets. He's getting hit by a Chicago Bear. Other than that, he's going to get his, right? They're going to game plan towards him. He's their guy. But for me, if you could go ahead and slow down one aspect of that dual threat that's McCaffrey, you could find yourself in positions where you're telling Brock Purdy to go ahead and win you the game. And if you could find some pressure, you could get him off his mark. Maybe you could find some mistakes in there and do what you've done all season long and create a turnover.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Looking at the offensive side for us, we were talking about running the ball, and both Swift and Monangai to get at least 75 to 60 to 75 yards each per game. But wide receivers, if DJ Moore is a no-go, who are we looking to pass the ball to?
Well, I think, you have the tight ends, right? You still got Komet, you still got Loveland, Luther Burden's going to be coming back. I think you found something in Jade Walker. Like, obviously, him and Caleb have a rapport. So as far as skill position is concerned, I'm truly not worried because of the depth you created there. But again, it's still a tough blow if they go ahead and do lock down somebody. Let's say DJ does play and they go ahead and they double team him or they focus on him. It might be a little bit more difficult. But again, my whole game plan is control the line of scrimmage, run the football, control the clock, and find yourself in position to win late third quarter, fourth quarter.
Yeah, you definitely got to start hot in order to put pressure on this team because you don't want to be coming from behind again.
Mhm.
Because again, we're saying we're playing with house money, and right now what you need to do is you gotta make a statement against this team because this is a playoff caliber team. They're trying to win their division. They have no room for error anymore because Seattle won their game today, which means they have to win out to win the division, and they play each other in their last week. But for the Chicago Bears, we're trying to keep that number one spot. And it doesn't matter who's in front of us. We got this team, which is a playoff caliber team, and then next week we have the Lions at home, who are pretty much out of it.
They're gonna try. The Lions will be.
The Lions are
They're gonna be. They're gonna be a live dog. They'll be a live dog.
Right, they're gonna try to play spoiler.
Yeah, trying to be Grinch.
Yeah.
I just, like you said, these past 3 games have been, last week was definitely a playoff game. This is a playoff game. Next week, even though Detroit's out of it, they're going to be fighting. So I would treat that as a live game, as a playoff game. So you got three playoff games before you even get into the playoffs, and I feel like if you could take advantage of these moments, and and not allow teams that make mistakes to take advantage of your mistakes, it's a wide open field for the Chicago Bears. I think the sky's the limit. The thing is that San Francisco right now, I mean, you got a great coaching staff. You have a great foundation as far as the front office is concerned. They have the goods to go ahead and come out here and beat you. It's not like it's going to be a cakewalk, but I feel like the Chicago Bears right now, the way that they've been playing, the way that they believe in each other, believe in their head coach, I feel like they can go out into San Francisco tonight and find themselves with a win. It just there's no more. I don't know if they're good or not. No, this team's good.
No, team's good.
This team's good. They just need to execute.
And I agree. They definitely need to execute, which means, like we talked about earlier, running the ball, time of possession, like Caleb Cook. We talked about it. A couple of friends, they're like, "Oh, why don't they run 2-minute offense the whole game?" I'm like, they'd be tired.
Well, yeah,
they'd be exhausted.
Or some type of hybrid. Like you run a no huddle for a few plays, and you go right into the huddle, and then you have another set of plays that you might be ready for. But something like that where you get Caleb going quick, you don't give and I don't want it to sound weird, but you don't give him time to think. And it's not that he can't figure it out. It's just that sometimes you overthink, right? Especially when you're learning an offense, in a particular a complicated offense like Ben Johnson. I can see him overthinking. You've seen it before. You've seen it all season long in certain situations. So for me, it's just like kind of just limit that, get a rhythm, get the ball out quicker, and I feel like the Bears will be all right.
Yeah, definitely get the ball out quicker. Get the offense rolling. We got we get OZ and Roma doing. No, I'm sorry, Roma did say.
Rome and OZ are out.
Yeah, Roma and OZ are out. But if we can get our skill players, which is going to be Luther Burden and Jahida Walker, rolling, early, quick passes, quick slants.
I want this to be the tight end game, to be quite honest with you.
But if they got you're talking about Nick Bosa, then they're going to be chipping away just like they did for every other.
That's fine, but you're going to see a lot of heavies. I'm expecting 12 man. I'm expecting 13. I'm expecting things like that because you're going to want to chip. But you have playmakers now at tight end all of a sudden, right? You got Loveland, you got Komet that's been stepping up. So I would imagine that with whether DJ plays or not, regardless, I feel like that game plan where you bring in heavy, you utilize a run early, you use your tight ends, and then from there you could go ahead and expand. But like for me, this is a heavy game. Like this is a game where you try to be a bully. Like this is a game where you control the clock, run the football, try to smack San Francisco in the mouth, and then late in the game be in position to win. That's how I see it.
And what's on the comments today?
I can't see anything.
I'm gonna have to sign in to see the comments. I'll just scoot over.
Yeah, go ahead. Lean over.
Luther and Walker. Good, that one. Yep.
That one.
Yep.
All right, let's pull it up.
There you go. Good Cook, man. I love to see come off the blocks and explode. Yeah, I've been saying that for weeks, man. If he chips and then comes over under the linebackers or into the flat, boom, that's an easy 10 yards. I've been saying that for a while.
I see Luther being I could see Luther being a number one target, like the number one guy here in the future. It's just, and not to say anything bad about Rome. It's just like, man, the way the guy plays, the way, after the catch he runs, there's just something special about the guy. I'm looking forward to him and Rome together. But lethal Luther Burden is what I call him. I feel like he could be the guy tonight that is an X factor for you.
On defense, we're looking for Sweat and Grady Jarrett and Austin Booker to make a big difference in what's going on. Everyone's watching. Yeah, I can't see it right now, but everyone's watching the
I
Buffalo
hope
game.
Austin Booker can be a difference. Like, he stepped up a little, here as of late, but we still are lacking of a pass rush. You've seen it against multiple backups. You've seen it last week against Green Bay. You've seen it all year long. It's when you don't get a push up front in certain yardage, certain downs, certain situations. There's quarterbacks out there that will eat you up no matter if they're a starter or a backup. You give them time to sit in the pocket, they'll find somebody and they'll beat you.
And the Bears struggle against these quarterbacks who are very mobile.
Yeah.
They give them a lot of yards, especially when they come out in that play action or the bootleg. My focus for the game, it has to be the Bears need to have two takeaways. Whether it's a forced fumble or interception, we need to have some takeaways because the interceptions have been dry the last couple of weeks. I know we did force a fumble last week, but we need those boys flying around and making sure that Brock Purdy feels the pressure up front and on the backside, and he gets that fear in him. Yeah. So for me, the boys in the back and on the backside, DBs and quarterbacks.
A couple weeks ago, he had 4 interceptions, Brock Purdy. So it's like, he's not this perfect quarterback. He's definitely susceptible to getting picked. So like I said, it's all about getting him off his mark. It's all about causing havoc up front. And if we can't get there, you're going to see an efficient Brock Purdy hit his open wide receivers. It's just, it is what it is. That's how this team has struggled. It's the Achilles heel of the defense of the team, in my opinion. If you can't get to the quarterback, you're going to allow big plays down the field, and they're going to get you.
Speaking of big plays, it's something that the Bears need to limit is that 3rd down and 20. 3rd down and 15.
Stop making mistakes.
Stop making mistakes, right? Stop making mistakes. Stop sending the safety down to blitz when we don't have a pass rush.
I mean that's all about play calling, but it's all about execution at that point. And then, I think Dennis Allen has learned that he can't always riverboat gamble. He's going to have to rely on this secondary to make a play. But again, I think that there's situations that are going to pop up in this game. They've been popping up all season long where Dennis Allen, he's trying to create something, right? He's trying to call a play that creates the pressure that we're lacking with just 4. Mm-hmm. So again, you're going to have that aspect of here's everything, here goes nothing, and hope for the best. But hopefully that is not the case moving forward, in the next year. But right now, that is the case, and that's what they're going to have to do. Is they're going to have to find a way to dial up pressure. They've been doing it all year with their corners. They're going to have to find a way to do it again tonight.
Keys to the game. So you need to give me your keys to the game and your offensive and defensive play.
Yeah. Control the line of scrimmage, both sides, but in particular with that defense with McCaffrey, right? And he is a dual threat, so you're going to see him run the ball, catch the ball. But if you could limit one aspect, like I mentioned before, if you could shut down one aspect of his game, you give yourself an opportunity, right? You give yourself more of a chance. The biggest thing is to start out quick. Don't let this team get ahead of you so you can operate, with a little more freedom, right? A little more freedom on offense, a little more freedom on defense. You could draw up some more blitzes. You could gamble a little bit more. But again, if you start off slow and you're not able to control that line of scrimmage, we're going to see, what we've been seeing all year. And it's games that are ending late, being decided late, and the Bears struggle up until a certain point so they make an adjustment. So for me, I would love to see the Bears come out hot, score a touchdown on their first drive, and move on from there. Just make sure you don't allow this San Francisco team to get ahead of you, because it's going to be a tough fucking, it's going to be a tough hike after that. It will. You have a team, a guy who's been to the Super Bowl. You have a guy who's coached plenty of players, who's done great things in the NFL. Like Kyle Shanahan, you give him opportunities, he's going to get you.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get you we covered your points, but who are your players of the game?
Kyle Manungai, I need Kyle Manungai to be a player of the game. I'll just say I need him for like 75 in a tud. And for me, Caleb. There's no other play. Defensive wise, I could pick anybody, but for me, it's Manungai and it's Caleb Williams. Protect the football and make sure you make the plays when we need you to make the plays.
Yeah, for me, the players are going to be Kevin Byard. I need him flying around and making sure that Brock Purdy doesn't go off on us. And then on offense, for me, I agree. It's got to be Kyle Manungai. Give me 75, 80 yards.
Yeah.
Pound the ball and make sure that we have time of possession. And he does. And I hope he gets 2 touchdowns today. That's what I want. 2 touchdowns from Kyle Manungai. And if it ends up being Swift one and him one, I'm happy with that too.
That's fine as long as you have that marriage of the running game and the passing game. As long as you know that you've established that run and we see it operating like that. That's I don't care who gets the most yardage. You just make sure that you're establishing the run, early in the game and not straying away from it. You saw it multiple times. Even Ben has said it.
Yeah.
Like we strayed away from what our identity is at certain stretches, and all of a sudden we're in trouble. So again, just make sure you remember who you are as a football team.
Yeah, definitely got to run the ball early, and I want them to start fast. I know you were talking about like them getting off to a fast start. That's exactly what I want from them. I want them to be able to throw the ball really early, get Caleb into a rhythm, and if that includes going to a hurry up offense to start off. So he can get some rhythm and drives down the field, and then you punch it in with the running game. That's gonna be great.
I'm fine with that. Fine with that. Just make sure you get a rhythm going early.
Yeah, definitely. For me, those are my keys to the game. Ivan, what's your score prediction?
What did I say the other day? I think I said 32. I think it was like 32-24, something like that. Yeah, somewhere 32-24 Bears.
32-24. I'm going to go 27-26 Bears.
27-26.
Yeah, heart attack Bears.
Of course, that's what they are. Cardiacs.
Cardiac Bears. All right, we are live again at Casa Humilde. It is filling up. All tables are already reserved. You're trying to get here. There's some spaces at the bar. We've got a mezcal tasting as well. You got my guy Juan Soria here. Thank you to Jose, our host, our humble host, and all the girls that are working. So if you are here, make sure you tip the ladies well. Make sure, because they're bringing all your food out and making sure your beer is nice and cold. It's time for a refill, Ivan.
No, our beer is nice.
It's time for a refill. But again, we are at Casa Humilde. We'll be here back for the halftime show, and we'll break down everything that goes on in the game. So we'll be back. Yeah. We'll still be here. Come join us. We got some beautiful merch. And you didn't even model your merch. You're wearing your hat backwards.
Oh, I know. Well, they got it right there. They're fine. It's all right. They're fine. And then also make sure you guys check out at halftime on the Patreon side for TTNL. Shayne and DDP will be breaking it down. And, of course, BHL at the end of the game. DDP, Diamond Cutter? I think I want the Diamond Cutter. Anyway, make sure you guys check it out. It's been a great show. Love it. I mean, go ahead. Lead us out. What you want to do?
All right, man. Well, we'll be back for the halftime show on True Chicago Sports Fan. Follow us there. And bear down, baby.
Bear down. Big game, baby.